he's a billionaire. Whatever that he wants, he gets. So Mr. Pedophile is just scrolling through TikTok. Boom, your 7-year-old daughter is dancing on TikTok. When he takes a call and says, get me so and so, his chances are he's calling a group of maybe former US Navy SEALs.
I'm literally having goosebumps.
I'm just telling parents, you have no clue how bad it is. An image of your child on the internet that you're trying to show people on social media, they can take the face of your child and make a movie with your child, animated, artificial intelligence, that everything's real. You can't tell the difference. Then they can insert themselves into this film. There were over 33 million images transferred or downloaded last year. And our Justice Department, just over 300 cases were prosecuted. We could be getting a lot more pedophiles. The problem, it's so much bigger than people know.
From what I understand, the U.S. is the largest consumer of underage.
I believe there's so many people in the U.S. that it's beyond not safe anymore. So one thing parents really don't understand is how absolutely dangerous it is right now. And it's to the point where you shouldn't be vigilant. You should be hyper-vigilant. And I don't use that term lightly, but that's the state our nation is in regarding the safety of our children and welfare. One of the fastest growing groups of people viewing child images are young men in their 20s.
And it's crazy, isn't it, how it's 2025 and we know how dangerous the internet can be, but there are parents who are still deciding to put their kids on the internet. I've gotten to the point where I'm actually convinced that these parents who are doing this know exactly what they are doing, and they are intentionally putting their kids out there for these pedos to do with the image of their kids whatever the F they want to do to their kids. Because tell me why a parent will post their babies on the internet like this. We have parents putting videos of their kids eating certain foods like banana and hot dogs and posting it on the internet. Yes, eating a banana and or a hot dog is a very innocent thing to do. But when you know the crazy world we live in and how sexualized everything has gotten, even for adult people, adult women who post videos like that, innocent videos like that, they get certain kind of comments, certain kind of not very innocent comments. So why would you do that to your child knowing that we have pedos out there? When you go and check the amount of saves and the amount of shares in videos where you see kids in this suggestive, I would say, position, and I'm not saying it's suggestive to me, I'm saying it's suggestive to the pedos who are watching it, because it's an innocent video. Normally I would not be thinking about sexual stuff when I see a little girl eating a banana, but because I know of how crazy of a world we live in and what exists out there, now I have to think about that and think about, oh my goodness, this is not good, take it out, right? Not because I feel that way, but because I know of we have crazy people out there who are going to look at the clip like that. And it's crazy because like people would want to say to people who have made this kind of argument that I just made now, they will say, oh, you are the one who is projecting that. That has nothing to do with the mother. The mother posted innocently. It's an innocent clip. You are the one who is making something, making a big deal out of it. In an ideal world, there would have been nothing wrong with posting a video of your little girl eating a banana. But we don't live in an ideal world now, do we? Hence why, because we don't live in an ideal world, I am speaking about the craziness that goes on. But anyways, to the point I was going to make earlier, it's very apparent to me that the parents who are posting their children, their babies, their little girls in this manner know exactly what they are doing. Because every single goddamn time when you go and you check the amount of saves and the amount of shares, that videos of little girls eating a banana or a hot dog or, in the bathtub or wearing a certain kind of outfit, when you see the amount of saves and the amount of shares that those videos have, they are always astronomically different from the amount of saves and shares that you find in, say, videos that are not like that. This should tell the parents who posted this video that something crazy is going on. Maybe I should take this video down.
You don't find that suspicious?
And let's not even talk about the amount of likes that videos like these get, or what happens in the comment section. And if you want to tell me that, oh, how would they know just from the shares, or they are just ignorant, innocent people, what about the comment section? Because you would actually see a good number of the crazy pedo mofos in the comment section talking about, like, really wording exactly. So these parents cannot say they don't know. And that brings me to the video I saw yesterday while scrolling on TikTok, which warranted me to make this video. Mother who took her daughter to the market, and I'm going to blur out the daughter's face because, yeah, such an innocent moment. Mother sharing her experience with her daughter who for the first time went to the local market. I remember what it was like the very first time I went to my mom to the local market, and I was just like this little girl. I hated being there. It was too much. For those who are not from, Africa or Nigeria, to be specific, the local markets, it's a lot going on, right? There's a lot of sections. It's a lot of people. It gets very tiring and draining, and you get overly stimulated, especially being this young. I could relate to the video. It brought back some memories. It was a wholesome moment. I was enjoying it. In the moments while I was watching this on TikTok, I had even forgotten how crazy of a world we live in. It did not even cross my mind, being honest with you guys, like, oh my goodness, another parents posting their kid on the internet like it's 2025. Don't we know better? That did not even cross my mind because it was just very wholesome and I could relate. I was loving it until I went into the comment section. And I sat yesterday when I saw this video, yesterday being the 8th of May, 2025. This video was already 3 days up on her page. So put that in mind. Put that in mind. Very first comment. This your daughter go sweet, oh. Make she do enter year 1 now. Make men smile. This person is basically saying she should grow up fast and get into GSS1 so that she can start making men happy. Sexually. This your daughter go get in your show. This person just told all of us that he was looking at that little girl's behind. It's either that or it's people talking about how the mom should make sure that she's taking her to the market often because she would get married and will have to be cooking for her husband. Why are people looking at children and what they're thinking about is a husband? Like, this is a child. This thing about making the purpose and reason for a girl's experience on the continent about this hypothetical man they are going to get married in the future and what he would like and what he would want. What about what we want? To the point where you cannot even be a child, a little girl anymore, because they start putting in your head that your husband this, your husband that, you should do this or know how to do that because of this hypothetical man that is going to come in the future that may not like you or want to marry you because you don't know how to do that.
Ever since I was born, I've been trained to serve you.
You'll be like 8-year-olds and the adults in your life be talking about your husband, your future husband. I could not even peel yam. Oh my goodness. I could not even peel yam without having to hear from my dad that, is this how you are going to be peeling yam in your husband's house? Now, guess what? I'm in my own house peeling my yam the way I fucking want to. All of these and more you will find in this woman's comment section. But not only is the video still up, the comments are still on. As her right now that we're filming this video. So more pedos can go in there and continue typing and saying all of the things and doing all of the things that they are doing there. There is no way this woman will tell me that she has not been seeing these comments. The fact that people are just willing to, parents are just willing to put their daughters, their children out there for the wolves to basically come do with them whatever the F they want to. More children are not safe in this Nigeria at all, because what are these comments? Children are not safe anywhere in this world. This is not a Nigeria only problem, it's a global problem. And something else you want to put in mind is, it's not just the fact that pedos can come in to the comment section and say crazy things like this about your kid, or take the image of your kid and go make porn video with the image of your kid. But it doesn't end there, because worst can actually happen, especially for parents who are putting private information about their kids, like the name of their kid, where their kids school. There are some children on the internet that I know so much about them, and it's just crazy to me that parents are just for free putting this information out there. You don't know is watching these children, you don't know is watching your kids, you don't know what intentions they have for your kids. Not everybody out there is good, which brings me to the point of trafficking. You sharing so much about your kid is giving the crazy mofos all the info they need to possibly come and take your kid away. They know where your kid schools. They know about your kids' health issues. They know about your kids' routines and everything that they do, everything going on about their life. First of all, it's crazy because these kids are not even old enough to consent for their information, private informations, to be out there like that. That should be a crime that parents are doing this. Grown-ups do get napped. And here you are just on a platter of gold, giving to the crazy mofos we have out there all the informations that they would need to come nap your kid. That's what you are doing.
The time when you were, investigating human trafficking, what did you find, bruh? Specifically in South Africa?
Can I have a seat for that one? Human trafficking was very scary. When I say it was very scary, I mean, let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
There's Mr. Pedo somewhere in the United States who has that desire for underage kids. He's a billionaire. Whatever that he wants, he gets. Then Mr. Pedo is just scrolling through TikTok because he has all the money. Chances are drugs money, and it's a whole lot of it. He has it in liquid cash, he has it in Bitcoin, he has it in all ways you can think of. So Mr. Pedo is just scrolling through TikTok. Boom, your 7-year-old daughter is dancing on TikTok. Remember, this is a Pedo. Looks at your daughter and be like, oh, the same way you would look at a woman on Instagram and be like, she's from space. Like, on how beautiful she looks, that's how they look at your child. I'd be like, you know what, I like this kid. He just takes a phone and call and say, can you get me Team so-and-so to go bring me this child?
I'm literally having goosebumps.
When he takes a call and say, get me so-and-so, his chances are he's calling a group of maybe former US Navy SEALs that were discharged on dishonorable behavior. Maybe in that squad of people he's calling, it's a Navy SEAL, it's a Green Beret, it's probably former Delta Force, it's probably former maybe British intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying those organizations are the ones exactly responsible, but I'm trying to draw the picture of the expertise of this person in terms of assault. And they could get, every country has their own version of this kind of
100%,
kind of
CIA
people.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, every country has its own version of that. So it could be someone from any country basically. But I'm just using this specific group because they are the ones that are mostly known worldwide. Let's say it's a group of 12 guys and they give them their assignment. They drop in South Africa in different days, probably using a different passport from wherever. In terms of organizing for visas and all these things, they've been given a budget of R1 million to bring in this child. Excuse me. You have posted that child by your real name and surname on TikTok. They take the very same real name and surname, they put it on Facebook, where you have checked in with a live location. They already know where you stay. Even if you didn't check in where you stay, I can take a picture and put it in some software. It can tell me where the picture was taken and when. So with that kind of information, it has just narrowed their search very, very close by. So they go to Protea Glen Kokasi where you stay, but they are realizing, nah man, we are too white. And the muscles and the tattoos are very scary. So let's get a local who can get us 1, 2, 3. And they just give the local 20,000 rands. Who is unemployed, by the way, with a wife that is hungry at home. And they are given 20,000 rands just to find out where this kid stays. How long would it take you to find a kid in your own hood? It wouldn't take you long.
A couple of hours, I'm sure. I mean, like,
Basically.
I'm paid 20K.
Yes. So they already know where the kid stays. So now the actual commandos will just show up in a car and start surveilling the kid. Remember, there are 12. There's 2 that is going to be stationed at the house to see what time you leave and what time is what, how many people live in the house. There's the 2 that's stationed outside the school to see when the kid arrives and who brings the kids to school. There's an independent car that's going to be following when the one inside the yard leaves and then the other one takes over. They just surveil you for a week.
So already they know where the father works. Sorry. Already they know where the father works. They know
Yes.
where the mother works. They know what time you guys leave, what time you guys
They've
come back.
surveilled you for a week. They already know. They just have to decide on the day and the minute of the takedown.
Sure, bro, that is so scary.
So one day the kid just goes, hey, I'm the Makuled. Then the kid goes to the tuck shop. They just need to clap that kid once and that kid is gonna pass out. Just grab the kid, throw the kid in the car and drive pretty fast. After turning a few blocks, throw the kid in a chopper, the chopper takes off. Just leaving only one guy in the car who is a very good Vin Diesel and who can do the getaway very quickly and real fast. He drives that car to get out of the society. He goes somewhere, he peels off the paint. If the car was blue, then now the car is red. Just change the number plates.
Sure.
He drives independently. The kid is on a chopper. Land the chopper somewhere. Now it's a question of getting the kid out of the country. They may take some injection from somewhere in Kruger National Park for the elephants and inject the kid. The kid is gonna pass out. I'm just using the injection as an
example.
an example, but they can use an actual drug. Remember who these people are and what they have done in the past. These are monsters.
These are people with experience human trafficking. Yeah.
Not really human trafficking. These are the people that their country entrust them to say, so and so, we are entrusting you with pulling off this mission for this country here. And they could go and do it. They could go and do it without any fear. And they were discharged due to dishonorable behavior, which could be staged. They may be good men of morals. They could be bad people. And they have children at home that are expecting bread. And since daddy has been discharged due to dishonorable behavior, they don't have any food. So daddy must make a plan. And what does daddy know? Violence.
In your findings as a journalist, did you perhaps find out that sometimes these people can work with the police?
They don't need to. They don't need to. These are experienced guys that 5 of them can close the entire police station.
Bruh.
This wasn't the first time watching this clip, or it makes me very obviously scared. I hope people would listen. We all need to be careful at the end of the day. This is not for only people who post their kids, because we are all exposed. Some of us just more exposed than others, right? So even people who are not posting their kids on the internet, that doesn't mean that your kid is just 100% safe, unfortunately. Because being out there, just going about your day-to-day lives is you basically exposing yourself. Because anybody can just see you when you are out there and take a liking or an interest to you in a way that's not maybe positive, right? And that could lead to that person doing all of these things to unfortunately want to get you as an adult or your kid. So it's not only kids that are getting exposed on the internet that are not safe here, because crazy things can happen to anybody anywhere, right? But there are certain precautions that we can take within our human abilities. So my advice here is just try and limit to the best you can the possibility of something like this happening to you or your kid. Yes, we can't stop going out. Yes, we can't say we'll not let our kids leave the house to go get an education or have fun or whatnot. We can't, it's not even possible, right? But the little things we can do to protect them, let's do that. It literally costs you nothing to not post your kid on the internet. So let's do that. Let's do what we can to protect our babies. If we can't stop the bad guys out there, the least we can do is try to, as much as we humanly can, protect ourselves and our babies from them. I hope someone out there would actually take this information and think about what's best for their kids. Put themselves aside, put their desires aside, put what they would like aside. Because yeah, sometimes people who are doing this, posting their kids on the internet, it's all about them. It's not about what the kid actually wants. Because these kids are not even old enough to make these decisions. They're not old enough to consent to these things. So at the end of the day, it's about what the parents want and what the parents wants to do and what the desire of these parents, right? So can we just take ourselves away from the equation and put these babies into consideration and think about what would be best for them, their safety, their mental health? Instead of us centering ourselves, let us center them and what would be best for them. Is their life at the end of the day. Let's make better decisions for these babies. That's the video, guys. Let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be catching you in the next one. Bye.